All right, everybody, gather around. I've got a story to tell. No. Um, there's one thing I've been thinking about. It's like in the midst of all this with life in disguise and just like music in general, just experiences over the years. Um, there's definitely ageism in hip hop. Like, and it is worse before than it is now. Just because you have people that are like breaking those barriers, like two chains. Um, but it's still like it's not like totally flipped around. I think it's dope. So like another thing is like genderism in hip hop, um, and it's sort of like I guess it touches on similar ideas or topics or something um, within hip hop. So for a long time, or like since the beginning, there's like I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where ageism came from specifically. That'd be like cool to find out. Um, but it like just knowing what I know it transcends music as a whole, and it's a concept that was introduced on purpose for the purpose of separation. So with hip hop, it lives and just like grows and festers. and I was thinking about it one day, and it's like, um, it's okay. So it's unfortunate because it's art. Hip hop is art. Music is art. Um, no matter like what anybody says. um, and so as an artist, some of the greatest artists, contemporary artists of our time. It's unfortunate that like they even feel like, oh man, I've only got so long to make cool stuff. I guess everybody kind of feels like that, but like some people don't. Say you have like a 9 to 5. Say you're say you're an architect, and like imagine that, like, oh man, I gotta graduate, I gotta get in the field, and I gotta do everything I can do before I hit, like, at one point it was 40, right? For hip hop. It's like, I gotta, like, do all the cool stuff that I'm ever gonna do before I'm 40. Because after that, like, I'm done. Like, I can't, because I'll be too old. Like, imagine that. Imagine that across the board for, like, every discipline. That'd be messed up, right? And um, as far as like human development, the brain, um, like that'd be so unfortunate because your brain doesn't stop. Like your brain stops doing some things like making connections, but like brain doesn't stop working. But I digress. I really like didn't want to go there. So like to be able to feel like it's unfortunate to cut somebody off and say like, well, you might be on a roll, creating some cool stuff, but it's not valuable anymore because you hit a certain age. Like that, that to me, that idea seems more a control mechanism than anything else. You wouldn't tell Picasso, like, throw away all your artworks that you made past 40. um, yeah, ageism in hip hop. Um, but so I started. It's interesting for me because I came in to music, not young but not old, just like after definitely like mid 20s, and the point that I was coming to music in life, like I from just like life circumstances. I was hanging out around like younger folks, and so me being like the only one of my age in most of the gatherings, it wasn't even a topic of conversation, but it would come up every now and then and be like, wait a minute, so you're there, like, but you're not, and it wasn't ever a problem, but like it was definitely, it wasn't even a thing to be honest, but I digress. So like I could see, and you definitely feel, it's like being in the studios with everybody in there, and it's like being in the conversations. Like if you don't, with hip hop, you have to sort of like have a certain certainty of yourself. Maybe you don't anymore, but like it is better too for sure. But like at the time, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago for sure, like the earlier, the more so. But like, so like you, if you know how to talk around it, most people have the gift of gab, but even if you don't, if you know how to talk around it, I don't think it's an issue, but it is a thing. But so I'll like I think that was pretty much all I had to say about that. But yeah, like so I'm not young out here doing this, even like to this day. Like there's a lot of things to consider like the older you get, like retirement and like investments and things of that nature, that like you really should be learning about in high school if you're asking me for my opinion. But just like it does, I wouldn't say it feels weird, I just know it's not normal to like, but I also know that my soul and my character arc is like will always be an artist. Like it will always be a dreamer in a sense, but like I'm also practical. But that's another story. So like I don't have a problem with it, and again, like my personality, like I kind of like being the antagonist on certain things, not anything like serious, but like I'll egg people on as far as like this, like is anybody too old to be an artist? Like, is anybody too old to create? Is anybody too old to express anything? Like, no. Like, this shouldn't even be. It's kind of like the. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah. So that's how I feel about it. But that is like something that, like, I feel it. I know it's there, um, but like, you can't let anything like deter you from something that like you want to do, even if it's like you don't want to do it that bad. If you just want to try it, like whatever it is, like nothing should thoughts other what like anybody else is gonna think about any of it shouldn't be a factor.